Most of my works have been relief works in concrete, and then specifically cast. I do the cast, I do the model, then I do a cast more than direct modeling. That's been my style all this while. I've done some direct sculpture works once or twice, but basically most of my works are cast, a model, a mold, and then a cast. I work basically all alone. I do everything myself, from amateur to whatever. If I have to do woodwork, I do everything myself. I love to draw and stuff like that. Anytime I did it, my parents would appreciate it, and they would have so much, encouragement for me. At a point in time, I recall that my daddy and mama had to fight as to what course I should pursue finally. My mom wanted me to be a lawyer. My dad wanted me to be an architect. But I decided to stay off both areas, and I tried to go for sculpture. And when I came to school, there was this foundation principle. You go through all the 5 areas of sculpture. That is the metals, ceramics, the graphics, the painting, and then the metals. And that time, graphic was the most sought program. If you don't have academic merit, you will not be selected. But I was selected for graphics. Among people who were fighting and then bent on going for the graphics, I was selected for graphics, even though I didn't want to do it. So I opted to go for sculpture, and I think I have no regrets doing sculpture. I'm told that the Azzu family, from which I come from, is related to Akwete Kofi, who has his works on the previous currencies. If you look at the right side of the previous currencies before these new ones came, you realize there was a sculpture piece on them. And these were pieces from Akwete Kofi, who happens to be a great-great-grandfather. And maybe that is part of the inspiration that I had to study sculpture. When I was in school, I never liked wood. The reason is simple. I could do a clay model and do a cast, and I'll be free. The reason is, when I make a mistake with the clay model, it's easily corrected. But when you do a woodwork, and if you're carving the nose of a figure and accidentally you chop it off, it devalues the work, and then probably you have to start again, or you'd have to fix it, and it doesn't look too good. Yeah. So I don't do woodworks. All my works are done in cement. I would say that I'm proud of all my works. When the work is done, when I finish a work, I can go days without eating food because of I don't know what. But the wonderful thing is that sometimes I don't even remember how I arrived at the finished product. Sometimes I have so many works that I can't even count. I had problems with my family, but you work and you don't have photographs of your works and stuff like that. But it is not about having so many photographs to my credit, but the love that I have to work. And then, yes, before I tackle any job or for the matter artwork, I have some quiet times, concentration. So when I begin to work, it just flows. And unfortunately for me, I don't video my works in the process. So I forget sometimes how I arrived at those pieces. And every day there are changes. Now we have this abstract part of it, and new ideas are coming every day. So it's growing at a very fast rate. The basics came up as an afterthought. I walked to the hall one day. Even though I was at Queen's, I was frequenting in this hall. I walked in one day, and then I was looking for something that relates to the independence of the country. Why the name Independence Hall? And I had the opportunity to meet Dr. Azzu, the then now Professor Azzu, the hall master. So I discussed with him. I was wondering what we could do to put a monument that reflects the name Independence Hall. And he gave me the opportunity to bring up ideas and stuff like that. So we agreed. Initially, we agreed on the eve, a pictorial monument of the eve of independence, when Kwame Nkrumah said Ghana is free forever. And then also we considered the point of no return, where people would get out of the castle and they were not coming back. And then we also considered the 6 of them together in concrete terms. In fact, this is the first of its kind in the country, where all the 6 of them are in concrete terms at one place. Otherwise, you see Kwame Nkrumah somewhere, you see J.B. Dankwa somewhere, but the 6 of them together in concrete terms is the first of its kind in the country. So Dr. Williamfo spearheaded it, and we did it. The basis has become a monument for the hall, and then every 6th March, the hall organizes a wreath-laying program where you see the VC present, you see the hall master and the hall tutor present, and prominent people of the university present, and then laying wreaths for the hall, for the university, and also for country Ghana. And this has been since 2006 without fail, except when we had COVID. Yeah. Also, with the Queen sculptor, I approached my hall master. I don't know how to run. I do a little bit of swimming though, but not for competitive. So I wanted to leave a legacy at my hall, Queen's Hall. So I asked my hall master then, Osudeko, if I could do something. And that's not the only thing I did. I think I did a fountain too in the forecourt of the hall. And he gave me permission to do it. That was about 6 months to the time I was leaving school. And then he gave me a team. Gave me royalty, achievement, and then development. And also there again, I used the 3 bathroom walls of the hall to execute that